Good evening, everyone. I'm your new physics teacher, and my name is Sumit Kumar Mishra. And actually, I have teaching experience of more than 7 years for NEET and IIT-JEE. And before started teaching career, I did my BTech from IIT Roorkee. Now, how many you are? You are 4 students. Navya, Sheikh, and okay. Just tell me about the syllabus you have studied earlier. First, I will go through the syllabus you studied earlier. Then I will start teaching. So, what are the topics you studied? Anyone? Just tell me. You can unmute and you can say. No, I am not asking for grade 8, grade 9. Actually, I think you have studied few topics earlier also of grade 9. For me, grade 9 is what I started 2 weeks ago, okay? And you can unmute and say also. And the topics, just tell me, have you started studying motion?
Yes, sir, we started motion, grade 9.
Grade 9. What are the topics you studied in motion? Actually, I don't have detailed data what you have studied earlier. That's why I'm asking you.
Distance and displacement.
Distance and displacement, okay. And
Velocity and speed.
everyone, anyone is new here? Velocity and speed. So, Navya, have you studied distance and displacement and velocity and speed?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Anything more? Have you studied uh, uniform velocity, non-uniform velocity?
No, sir.
Acceleration?
No, sir. Only these 4 topics we have covered in class.
Actually, velocity in velocity and speed, we study average speed and uniform speed.
So we have learned average speed and average velocity.
How many lectures you got of physics?
5 to 6.
You already have 5 to 6 classes.
Sir, not from here, from school.
No, I'm asking uh, about here.
No, sir, I'm new here.
Yes, Aditya? One class of physics, okay? Only one session happened in physics. So I think we should start from scratch. Would it be good for all of you? Because I don't know means how he proceeded the class and what are the topics he discussed. So that will be problematic for you and me both. Everyone is ready? Okay, almost everyone is ready. So now, what are the topics you have studied that uh, I'm a new in online class? Okay, speak due to mic problem. Actually, I prefer to talk you all the times. I will ask whatever I will discuss. I will ask from you. So try to keep your mic uh, proper. Means it should be in the working condition. So that will be good for all of you. If actually this class is interactive, and interactive means I can listen your voice and you can ask your doubts. So your mic should be working all the time. Okay.
Okay.
So I I'm not going to teach you in that way that I will speak only. You have to speak almost all the time. I will take your name and ask some questions. Don't worry for the questions. If you're wrong, then you don't have to worry. Let's just start with the physics. So what are the topics you have studied in eights? Can you one by one just tell me one topic?
Distance.
Aditya, tell me the first topic you have studied in eighth grade. Aditya, you can, if your mic is not working, you can text friction light. Okay, sound. First topic is friction, sound. That is light. Chemical effect of chemical effect of electric current. Fifth one is natural phenomenon. For me, they did not thought. Okay, don't worry. R inverse. Okay. Now the thing is that what we study in physics, and generally the thing is that the friction. What is the role of friction? Generally, when we walk, if there is no friction between the surface on which we walk and between your foot or legs, you won't be able to walk on any surface. Force and pressure. Okay, I'll add. Okay, this is the friction, and the same way force. First we discuss friction, then I'll move to force last. And what are the other rules of friction? You can say when you hold anything like that, I am holding the pen. If there is no friction between my fingers and the pen, could I be able to hold the pen? It's not possible. And when I am pressing the pen, Aditya, when I when I am pressing the pen, you are applying real things. Practical chapter based on real things. Okay. You are applying force on the pen, and due to the force, there is a pressure. So these are the force. Sound. Sound is a form of wave. Sound carries energy and momentum with them, and sound actually travels in a medium, physical medium. Physical medium means like if there is no atmosphere on earth, you won't be able to hear the sound. And light, this helps you to see the things around you, and it's an electromagnetic wave. I think you don't know about electromagnetic wave. Okay, we will study later on. Electromagnetic wave means it is a different form of wave. Sound, uh, actually a wave travels from one medium to another medium by disturbance of medium. Like when someone speaks, for example, there is a loudspeaker and here is an observer. So when the diaphragm of this vibrates, it disturbs the medium around the diaphragm, and the light and the medium get disturbed, and the wave travels to the observer. So here the medium particle means air particles oscillates, means it oscillates from the about their mean position. In light, electric field, you will study later on electric field and magnetic field. Electricity, you have heard about the electricity and the magnet. So in light, electric and magnetic field oscillates, so it's different. For that you don't require medium. Okay, chemical effect of current, you can study in a battery. When you charge a battery, the energy is stored in form of chemical energy and all the things. Natural phenomena like sea breeze, you can say, the blowing of winds, all the things are inverse and different. What we have studied in our inverse? Just tell me some topics. Sun and all the things. Okay. And force and pressure, I have already told you that. So in physics, actually, you study about all the phenomena. What is force? Tell me, anyone, what is force? That's a good question. What have you studied? Anyone say me that what is force? Force is a cause of acceleration. Okay. So in physics, you study about all the phenomena occurring around you and all the effects you observe. So in ninth, we will start with motion. Force is it's a value we calculate. Force is equal to mass and acceleration. So motion. So we are starting the first topic, motion. What is motion? This is ninth physics is not just math. Actually, from ninth, you have to face such type of topics. Even in seventh, you have faced motion, but in that, matlab that time you have don't have many problems to solve, means numerical problems. But ninth onward, you have to solve problems related to physics. Hmm. With respect to time, the Aditya says if an object changes its position with respect to time, it is motion. Is it correct entirely? Yes, Navya? Actually, Navya, I don't have recorded lectures. This is my first lecture, so I don't know about the other classes. And okay. Aditya, your definition is not entirely wrong. It must be some, there must be some changes in that. And one by one, I am getting you all. Okay.
So an object is in motion when it changes its position in a fixed time.
Okay. No, there's no need of time here. Motion means when an object, any object, changes its position when with respect to a reference point. For example, you can let's take an example. Here are two persons. This is A and this is B. This is 3. Let's understand is that uh, if you see the motion, if it is moving with some speed, you say this is V. If tree, an observer, you can say a man standing beneath the tree, sees the motion of A and B. It says the A and B changing its position with respect to WR means with respect. I write in short with respect to you can say X. So here we can say A and B are in motion with respect to A. Second one, B is in rest with respect to A. Am I correct? Am I correct or not? Second one,
Yes, sir.
Yes.
is A and B are both are sitting in the same car. So I know that someone is sitting beside us. Beside means us must be in rest, or so in that case A, B, even you can say A is in rest with respect to B and B is in rest with respect to A. So the question is that same observer, you can say, just see here B is changing its position with respect to X, and it is in rest with respect to A. So first question is that, so to define motion, what we require? To define motion, a reference must be required which is taken as origin. Means if you have to define the motion, rest or motion, you can say rest or motion, you can all add. If you have to define the rest or motion, first you must have to take a reference point or a reference which is also considered as origin. Now, if an object changes its position with respect to reference, then we can say object is in motion. Okay, is there any doubt?
Motion.
Now, the thing is that we can say the motion, rest and motion is a combined property of object and observer or reference, we can say. We also say reference or observer. Sometimes we say observer. Okay. So we can say rest and motion is a combined property of object and reference, and there is no meaning of rest and motion without reference. Okay, if we are talking about the motion or rest, first you have to specify and an observer, or you can say a reference. After that, you can talk about rest or motion. Yes, Aditya? In your definition, Aditya, just 1 minute, I am saying you that. Yes. In your definition, if an object changes its position with respect to time, it is motion. With respect to not time, with respect to reference. Are you getting me? No, there is no need of uh, uh, means. Does the reference point need to be in rest or motion? No. We have seen here in first case, here the reference is x, and x is in rest, and second one b is in motion. So reference point may be in rest or motion. You can write it. It's a good point. Reference point or reference may be in rest or motion. Okay. So this is the point, means we are going to study about the motion. Shake. Okay. Is my sake related to 100 minutes? Yeah, yeah. You can saying the fixed reference point, so it's wrong. You must say with respect to reference point. Okay, don't use fixed word. And even the sense, actually, it's a language. The What do you mean by fixed? Do you want to keep the reference or in at rest, or you are talking about a certain fixed reference point? No. There are two types of meaning of your definition. So don't use fixed word. Okay? So the thing is that do not from now onwards, you don't have to stick to a means a standard definition. You must have understanding of the topic. You can write the definition by own. If you know that reference may move or maybe at rest, you can write just with respect to reference. Okay, so you just have some means a good knowledge of the topic. You can write the definition by own. You don't have to mug all these things. So now we are moving to motion parameters. What does it mean, motion parameters?
So can you
Parameters.
once check the chat?
Okay. So can we even tell an object is said to be in motion when it changes its position over time? Okay. That definition, motion when it changes its position. But here you have not mentioned about reference. Changes its position about a reference over time. Now it's okay. Okay. Okay, Navya.
Yes, sir.
Now we are moving to motion parameters. What is motion parameters? The variables, you can say the variables which define the quantity or even the quality of the motion, means the type of motion. These are the or the parameters associated with the motion are called motion parameters. So you can write the parameters associated with the motion are, you will study about the parameters. First one is distance and displacement. Second one is, you can write a velocity and speed. Third one is acceleration. Okay, we will discuss all of this one by one, and after that we will study about the types of motions. Like there is one example of motion according to the direction. When the motion is restricted on a certain path or certain straight line, we say motion on a straight line, or we say also say rectilinear motion. When the motion is restricted to a plane, we say just like when you travel in your city or from home to school, your motion is restricted on a plane. Okay, but when you move to and fro from here to there, this is motion in a straight line. So we will define later on. First we have to understand the basic concepts of motion parameters. So now we are starting with,
So we call it linear motion.
yeah, you can call it linear motion. There are a lot of names: distance and displacement. We are starting this. Okay, you can text me in public chat, Navya. Actually, I have to go through your profile to get the message. Don't worry, you can text me in public chat. Yes, Aditya. Hmm. Hmm. Okay. Uh, Whenever I'll ask you, you can write that. I thought you are about to ask some doubt. What is distance and displacement? Let's understand first. Suppose uh, I am taking a coordinate system. Suppose this is x or this is y. Okay, and a particle A starts from this point and moves like this and reaches to point B. It goes like this. Okay, so there are two things. First one is distance and second one is displacement. If we talk about the distance, so it is the actual path length traveled by the object. Distance is the total path length traveled by the object. So in this example, when particle moves from A to B, and let's say it goes to C, D, E, and after that it moved to point B. So in this figure we can say path A to C, C to D, E to F, E to finally P, represents distance traveled by the object. Did you get this? What is distance? All of you?
It is the total path length traveled
Okay.
by an object.
Okay. So I think you have heard about there are two type of quantity. One is scalar and second one is vector. Have you heard that? Scalar and vector. Hmm?
Yes, sir.
So I'm writing here distance is a scalar quantity, scalar physical quantity. You can say a scalar quantity because it has only magnitude. If any quantity has only magnitude, that means it's a scalar. Means if you write someone traveled 5 kilometers, it means you are only talking about the path length. There is no direction involved in this. But when you talk about someone goes 5 kilometers towards north, now you have two things. 5 kilometers, that gives you magnitude, and towards north, that gives you direction. So when direction involves, there comes another physical quantity which is known as vectors. Okay, so now before we start talking about vectors, first we have to understand the displacement. What is displacement?
So displacement is the change in position of an object.
Displacement is the shortest distance, the shortest path, you can say, don't use distance, shortest path between initial and final point. Okay, now in this example, if you draw a line from A to B, this is the shortest path between A and B, and we also make a arrow. This represents displacement. Hmm. You all know about already means. So displacement is the shortest path, you can say. Means simply whenever you have to find displacement, just go to your initial point and towards final point make a straight line and give arrow on the final point. Okay, so this is the displacement. So you can say displacement is a vector quantity because it has magnitude
Magnitude and direction.
as well as direction. Means, and how we say it's a direction, it always has direction because you know it's a straight line. Means always between 2 points you will get a straight line or you won't get anything. Means zero. Like for if you start from here and goes the same point, you won't get any line, but the initial and final points are different. In that condition you will always get a straight line, and the arrow on the final point will give you the direction, so you will always get a direction. So its direction, you can say its direction is always from initial to final point. Okay, so displacement is a vector quantity, and you always get two things in displacement. One is magnitude. You will get magnitude by joining the 2 points A and B. Okay, and the length, this length will give you the magnitude, and the arrow will give you the direction, which is obtained by making arrow from initial to final point. Okay, now so these are the basic things in distance and displacement. So first we'll make some problem. After that we will also write more information about distance and displacement that we will learn during solving the problem. Okay, from your, if you write something or you learn by solving problems na, that will um, that will from that you will learn more. Okay, so I am giving an example. A man moves 4 kilometers towards north and after that he goes towards east 3 kilometer. Then calculate its his distance first distance traveled or second displacement. Okay, let's calculate it. Okay, and Navya and Aditya. I need direction also. Aditya. No, it's not entirely true. Northeast means, Aditya, this is 45-degree making with north and east both, but it's not inclined at 45-degree. Okay, let's solve this problem. The problem says a man starts walking and goes 4 kilometers towards north. This is our north. And after that, it goes 3 kilometers towards east. Okay. So it says the first question is that distance. So what is the distance? Distance is actual path length, the path length traveled. So it traveled this 4 kilometers, and after that it traveled 3 kilometers towards east. So the total path length is 7 kilometers. Okay, and the second one is displacement. So to get displacement, we have to make an arrow from starting to final. This is the displacement. This is A and B. Okay, so displacement is equal to, so this is 90 degrees. So using Pythagoras theorem, you can calculate AB is equal to root under perpendicular
So it will
square
be
plus, yeah,
so it will be 25 root.
okay. So this is root under 25. And what is the value of root 25? You can write 5 squares. So this is 5 kilometers. So its magnitude is 5 kilometers. But what about the direction? You know, this is north and this is east. Can you find this angle? Anyone? You can, you know, one thing for theta, this is perpendicular, this is base, and this is hypotenuse. So you can write tan theta. You have knowledge of all the sides. So tan theta is equal to perpendicular means 3 by 4, 3 kilometer by 4 kilometer. So 3 by 4. Actually, I am giving you some data which you have to remember. Means I can't prove it right now with limited knowledge of limited knowledge you all have. So one thing, when tan theta is equal to 3 by 4, then theta is equal to 37 degree. If just think tan theta was root 3, what should be the theta? Do you have knowledge of trigonometry?
No, sir.
Oh, not yet. So leave the direction. Sorry for that. Yeah. I'll teach you a little bit of trigonometry after few class. Okay, because you all are preparing for a you will go either for engineering or NEET examination, so that's why I'll teach you a little bit of trigonometry. So leave it here right now. So don't go for direction. You require more knowledge for that. One more example is that there are two particles. One is P and one is Q. Okay, and this is a semicircular path of radius r. Two particles. You can write particle. Just particle P follows semicircular path and particle Q follows straight path from A to B. Then calculate distance and displacement of both. Okay. Try to solve it. Give the answer in terms of R, capital R. Okay, this is radius of circular path. Right, semi. Now I will see who solves first. Okay. Should I solve now? So why are you not solving? Sheikh? So I'll discuss with you. So just tell me. You can unmute your mic now, so we can talk. Don't worry. So the question says two particle P and Q moves on different paths. One means P goes from A to B using on a semicircular path. This one, like that. And Q goes from A to B on a straight path. This is the path of Q. So for P, if we talk about the P, for P, distance, what is the difference, definition of distance? Tell me. In short, you can say.
Distance is the total path length of the object.
Is the total path length. And when particle goes from A to B, this is the semicircular. This is the circumference of semicircular. What is the length of circumference? So what is the circumference of, what is the value of circumference of circle? Whole circle?
22 by 7.
2 pi
2
r?
pi r. 2 pi r.
Oh, and this is the half of the 2 pi r?
Yes, sir.
So what is the actual distance is traveled? This is pi r. And what is the displacement? This is the question. So if we talk about displacement, I have already told you that we just take initial point, final point here. This is our final point, and we will draw a straight line. This is our straight line from A to B and make an arrow. And what is the length of this line? Tell me. This is equal to 2 times. This is a r, and this is also r. Means 2 times of radius. Its diameter. Are you getting me?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So this is 2r. Now For Q goes from A to B on a straight line, means on the same path from A to B. Oh, sorry. On a straight path, it means for Q, distance, what should be the distance? Tell me. If Q goes
So it
from
will be
here,
2R.
this is the path for Q. So that should be 2R
2R.
and displacement should be 2R. Is it okay?
So
Sheikh,
this will be 2 right? Okay, sir.
are you saying anything? I didn't get you. Sheikh,
Yes, sir.
do you have doubt now?
No, sir. Now it's clear.
Okay. So I think that class, the timing of class is over now. So from next class, I'll continue with velocity and speed. Okay, and I'll give you some questions to solve. Yeah.
So once can you show that A, B, and
1 minute. What? ABN?
AB figure in the first you showed for motion? Can you show it once?
AB for which particle? P or Q?
No, sir. The first figure in the first you drew that one with the tree and a car.
Okay, okay. This one.
No, sir. Before that.
Before that. And tree and car. Okay, okay. Got it. You have not noted it down.
No, sir. I wanted to see the figure. It's done. Thank you, sir.
Okay. So I'm not. Okay. Bye, all of you. Yeah, everyone should stay safe and healthy now. Okay. Take care, all of you.
Hi, sir. Thank you.
Bye, sir. Thank you.
Bye.
Bye, sir.
You are currently the only person in this conference.